So you
Yeah,
can say that.
and it's not like he played one season and was out. Like he had his cup of tea for a while.
All right, well, actually, Jordan, LeBron, we can't miss this one. Me, I don't like either one of them, so you got to answer that question.
You don't like either one of them?
After Jordan retired, I started liking him. When LeBron retires, I like him because I like him as a black man and as how he helps his crew out. But as a ball player, he's one of the biggest little girls I've ever seen in my life who handpicks his team. He's a little woman. So
I
go ahead,
love
Bob.
to hear him talk
Little
sports.
fucking
I
woman.
love to hear him talk sports. I
Little
really do.
fucking woman. Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Bob. I'm gonna get frustrated.
I haven't followed the NBA in years.
You lying, Bob.
Yeah, I was a halftime reporter for the New York Knicks in 06-07 season, and I got to see like a lot of games. I was at half court. I was sitting with Gus Johnson and Mike Breen, and
Gus is my man.
Come out, do my halftime report. It was called Hot Minute to Half. Interview Patrick Ewing and interview Cameron, Fat Joe, Dan Marino, the quarterback. On and on. Darius Rucker. Interview some pretty famous people. But that was the last time I actually watched and paid like a lot of attention to the NBA. In my childhood, in the 80s, it was like a big deal to watch games, and in the 90s started getting into like being on the radio and traveling, so not so much. So I'm not the NBA expert. I'm probably not the best person to speak on it. I will say though that in my limited knowledge, and I would go with Jordan over LeBron without even blinking an eye, because of the amount of defensive player of the years that Jordan got, because of the amount of rings that Jordan got, because of the amount of points that Jordan scored. If we factor in that he took 2 years off, if he hadn't taken those 2 years off, how great would he have been? He also won a chip in an NCAA, dominant in international competition. People forget, like, LeBron was on that squad in the 2004 Olympics that got spanked by Puerto Rico by 19 points. That was the biggest margin of defeat that the U.S. national team ever experienced. That didn't happen when Jordan was on the squad. I mean, just that's just 1 point. But there's a lot of people be like, well, LeBron scored more points. Okay, cool. Well, LeBron, won this many chips and didn't have the same squad around him. I don't know.
And LeBron didn't call nigga like Jordan doesn't do. He doesn't call guy. If you're in my team, we have a chance to bring to ring the ring. He went around getting players. He's a little girl when it comes to basketball. Yeah, Bob. And matter of fact, so Bob, from what you see, you pick Jordan.
I will go with Jordan. Yeah.
And I picked Jordan too.
Yeah. Wait, did Gary ever tell you the story about him and Dame Dash versus Rev Run and somebody else on the 2-on-2 in Rev Run's house? Yeah.
So Dave, Bob, Bob, I was drunk, and Bob, Dame Dash took shrooms, and Dame snapped on Reverend Run on sneakers. He had a sneaker line, my line, somebody said, he's supposed to say shit. He said, I'll bust your ass, Dave. I'm gonna get my sneakers and bust your ass. You understand? He got his sneakers for. He put them on his feet. So Bob, Reverend Run and I could play basketball. He thought I never played ball in my life. Hey, Dame said, "Can you play?" Yeah, I'm all right. And Bob, you know what I did? I did the go-to move you told me. And Bob said, "Oh my God, we got a player. And Bob, Dame, who doesn't play ball, Bob, every time he shot, it went in. Dame. Everything. So Dame's high laughing up. Yo, Bob, we destroyed Reverend Run, man. 16 to like 4. And he was so mad at us, Bob.
Is that cool? Is that a good basketball story? That's something good.
In the Hamptons, Bob. In the Hamptons.
I love it.
In the Hamptons, man. Yes, sir.
Bob. Let me interject here because I do want to say, so the other day, because of my memoir, Bobbito's Book of B-Ball Bong Bong is being read by a lot of people. There's one dude hit me up from Harlem. He was like, "Yo, that's your chapters are bringing back a lot of memories from my childhood. I played against so and so." So he sends me a photo of Elizabeth Seton Junior College where he played, and he was teammates with Bob Burke. And I'm like,
rest in peace. That's my man.
Right, and I'm like, oh, Bobalob and Biggs. I don't know Biggs' real name.
Yeah, Kareem Burke.
Kareem.
Yeah.
And their whole crew used to come to Ray Diaz and smack my squad. Like that whole, and you know, I don't know who else. I don't remember who else was on that squad. I remember Bob Lob and Biggs. They would smack our squad. Like we would blow us out by like 30 points. And then they would come to the GOAT and we would all snap for 2 hours. Right?
Oh, that was those days, man. And Bob said, I was ready. I had my guns up. But Bob said, you're praying to yourself. Yeah, you're going to the store on purpose not to get picked on snap. And they start to see that. Hold up. You think you get away with something. Where the fuck you going? And it turns on you. And Bob, you're right. You like getting had, and you see it in your face. You see you getting killed, and you're mad. They cut you. You're corny. You're like, oh my, you're getting destroyed. Bob, you're right, man. Those
we get played. But those dudes could snap. They could play ball.
And they play ball. Was a jack of all trades.
Yeah, I never got to know him that well, you know. But,
that was my man. My man.
But that whole crew, you know, I mean, when they became successful with the record label and everything else, I was like, you know, same thing I said about you, Gary. Like, I was never surprised because of your work ethic. You know, you know,
It's funny because Bob started to cut you when I know Jay-Z, but I had left my friend named Vito from Douglas listen to him. So Bob was like, they knew as soon as my friend Vito, Bob, you know Vito, right?
Yeah,
from Douglas. He heard Bob Jay-Z rhyme on a sample tape. He said that. He said, Bob, he's the next one. And Bob, look at it. Bob, did you feel that way about Jay? When you heard him, did you feel like he's the next one? Did you know it was on?
Question.
It's that's a difficult question to ask me, and the reason why I'm going to say that is because I was on the radio for 12 years, right? Yeah. But the 8 years I did with Stretch, right? We had 300 unsigned artists come up to our radio station. In the
300?
Yeah, easily.
Raekwon wasn't signed yet. But Big Pun wasn't signed yet.
Big Dog the Punisher when he came up to our radio show, unsigned.
Raekwon wasn't signed either, right?
When Mobb Deep came up to our radio show, they were called the Poetical Prophets, unsigned.
Fat Joe?
Unsigned.
Joe had a record deal when he came up to our show.
You introduced me to Nas, Bob. You don't remember that, but you just all through with George. You working with George. You used to take me to Columbia, and that's how I met Nas. Yeah.
I mean, it's a long list: Wu-Tang, Nas, Biggie.
Okay.
You know, Mobb Deep, Eminem, you know, on and on, right? So, you know, it's a long list of people who came into the radio show. And so what I'm coming back to your answer is that there were artists that came up to our show that was so talented that didn't get signed. Or they would wind up with a record deal and wouldn't sell. Yeah. So it was like a complete mystery. Like you couldn't predict it. And that was the draw of our show. Because like people would tune in and be like, yo, is that person going to be next person or not? Like it was like, well, they would hear them on our radio show, Big L, you know, they would hear them on our radio show unsigned. And it was like that people had to like record because they didn't know if that was going to be the last time that they heard them, because there was no guarantee that you could be as nice as whatever that you were going to get a record deal. And there was no guarantee that you got a record deal you were going to sell. You know, Jay-Z, when he came to our radio show with Big L,
we put him there. Bob, not that be fun. Did we set that up? Bobby, Big L and Jay. I mean, you know me, you be my homie. Did I put that together? I really don't remember. I don't remember exactly that.
I don't think so, because L came up to our radio show like maybe twice before that happened.
Then Jay came on his own, whatever way they did it.
Big L got discovered at Rock and Will on 25th.
Oh, okay.
That was a shop that used to sell a lot of mixtapes.
Okay.
And Lord Finesse heard him rhyming, and Lord Finesse put him on the Yes You May remix, and then, you know, but L was unsigned, and I forgot. I don't remember.
You don't know how Jay-Z came. I don't need. I'm just trying to remember.
No, Big L brought Jay to the station.
Okay, that's not the action. Okay.
Big L also brought a cat named Murder Mace to the station.
I don't murder that's my. Yeah, come on now.
Mace, right? And he also brought a cat named Killer Cam to the station.
Okay.
Cameron. So L was kind of like an A&R who would just, we trusted him. Like if he said, yo, Stretch Bob, I want to bring up so-and-so to the station, be like, cool. Like you good. We know you, we know that you're not going to bring us any floppy disks. And I mean, as far as I know, if there was other things that happened to Jay coming up. But anyway, so my point is that when Big L and Jay-Z rhymed in 95, that famous 9-minute freestyle, I remember saying in my head, like, wow, this dude Jay is really cocky, bro. Like,
yeah. That's
your boy Dame was really cocky as well.
Dame, man. Oh,
it's almost like they forecasted and brought into the universe their own destiny because they knew they were going to be successful. Like they forced it with their willpower, you know?
Yeah.